Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
It's a pretty loose pass. Bellingham. There he goes, motoring forward. Bellingham! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Back into the middle.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
And he's there to clear it. Out for a throw. Corner given. BOTAFOGO have their second corner now. Dida claims comfortably. And now they can spring out of defence. Played in with purpose. Just ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Cruyff. That's been cut out, well played. Tries to play it through. It's Pele! Now the ball in. And he gets rid in a hurry. Real chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! BOTAFOGO! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Pele! It's a good run, that. Great timing. Nicely shaped ball, and he's picked it up out wide. He's found a way through. Played towards the front line. BOTAFOGO are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Pele, and the through ball. Oh, super ball! A chance for a shot! Beckenbauer. That has not gone well. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? It's a goal kick. Almeria are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks.
Lewandowski! Oh, that's a fine interception. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Can he get it through? That ball looks a good one. And he's running through, and the shot! Costa Curta. And it's Van Nistelrooy. He shifted it to the flank. Looking for the run. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look. Big chance, must be! That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
I just thought he showed a little too much of it to the keeper, but I think he read the situation very well.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the finish! It's bounced back off the post. BOTAFOGO have their third corner. Costa Curta getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Pirlo. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Not the most accurate pass. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cruyff. Oh, that was vital. Well, that pass isn't the best. Out towards the flank.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
And he's being shifted off it. Kelly! Oh, the ball's run loose here. It's gone out for a throw-in. Oh, terrible pass. Alex. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps, the only things lacking. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
BOTAFOGO merit their advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
BOTAFOGO, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial... Takes a shot! Off the post! Bellingham. Puskás. Cruyff. He's through here. Picked out brilliantly. Shot a goal! Really well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all.
senhores, tenham a gentileza de remover os carros estacionados na rua em frente ao estádio.
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against BOTAFOGO.
The Saitama Stadium looking a terrific picture as always. One of Asia's best purpose-built stadia. We have already started here.
Well, when you've got Ronald Koeman present, he's impossible to ignore, Peter. Not only does he read the game intelligently at the back, but he's a real goal threat too, with his long-range shooting and those venomous free kicks.
Yeah, he's just comfortable in all positions, a sort of master of all trades.
Intelligence, that's what it's all about.
Look at the space here, and the shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO! And BOTAFOGO are in front. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Palmeiras are already chasing the game, they didn't envisage that. Zanetti. Ibrahimovic. Well, he's felt that, hasn't he? Can he get on the end of this? Flashes it across. And the volley. Bullet. Pass somewhat off target. Now who's going to be first to this? Well, that'll do under the circumstances. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. BOTAFOGO have reclaimed it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Seedorf. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Can he get it through? Quality ball. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Seedorf. Gattuso. Tries a measured ball. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. Cruyff, the specialist in tearing teams apart. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Puskás. Nicely weighted ball. Rijkaard spots it and intercepts. Maldini. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he's intervened well there. Bellingham has found the net here, of course. And it's Gullit. Roberto Carlos. Oh, well played. Roberto Carlos. Now Pirlo. Oh, easy pickings there. Now that looks a decent ball. Great vision. Shot at goal! It's there! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Maldini, and he was quick to react. That is ended up in no man's land. Seedorf, Del Piero. Now it's Pelé. Cruyff. Roberto Carlos delivers. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Maldini. Gattuso. Rijkaard. Aims beyond the defence. Del Piero.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And it's Del Piero. Can he finish? An attempt which, in hindsight, was probably just beyond him.
Oh, he's usually such a good finisher.
Cruyff, who's set up one goal so far. He's through here. And this is Pelé.
There will be 1 minute.
Good read, needed to be. Danger averted for now. That'll be a throw-in. Well, it's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. That has not gone well. And there's the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Hello attendees.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Children during the match at all times.
Botafogo get the ball rolling for the second period. Let's make sure that's not getting through. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bellingham receives it in a wide position. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's a decent clearance. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Now it's Puskás. Del Piero. Gattuso is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Can he finish? They've scored!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Substitution for Palmeiras.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. Palmeiras go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Pelé. Palmeiras finding their passes. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And it's Seedorf. Change of plan here, perhaps. So, can they find a way to turn round this deficit? Thuram, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. And that's put paid to a promising move.
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, that is one way to stop him.
Botafogo may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And no, that was never going to make it. That could spell trouble. Knocks it into space. Zanetti. Short changes him with that pass. Nedved. Maldini. It's not an especially good pass, that. Thuram. Rijkaard. Gattuso. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Swings it. Pirlo! Pirlo is flagged offside.
Botafogo really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Cannavaro. And this is Hullet. Roberto Carlos. Bellingham. pull it. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Now it's Puskas. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Rijkaard. Shot could be on. Pelé! Should have equalised.
Pelé is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff. He skips past his man. He is through here. And that is expertly dealt with. Cleared without complication. It's a pretty loose pass. Pelé. It's Bellingham. Cruyff. Cruyff. Chance, surely! Maldini clears it away.
Botafogo really don't have a choice now. They just have...
Just the keeper to beat! Tries a shot! They've scored! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt.
That's just downright fabulous. Both the disguise and the control, and then that gentle scoop.
Two up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And that will be the final act. Botafogo played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. It really is a sight to behold here as Spotify Camp Nou opens its arms to the Barcelona nation, 100,000 plus in unison. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's...
Tries from distance. De Bruyne. Camavinga. Van Nistelrooy. Can he get on the end of this? And he's worked it through. Pele. He's gone for goal! Camavinga. Van Dijk. Camavinga. Hakimi. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. The referee's awarded a free kick. Strong running down that left flank. Oh, not quite. BOTAFOGO are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise on such a good spell.
Oh, brilliant save under real pressure. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has not gone well. Messi to Danielson. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Solid defending, refused to be outmuscled. Messi, still goalless. Looking for the run, and that could set him on his way. Pirlo, the man we've all come to watch. Good ball, good take. And this is Cruyff. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get it through? Oh, super find. He's found the way through. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Cleared away. Oh, it's come loose. BOTAFOGO are looking to go forward now.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Bellingham. Hakimi. This is promising. He won't be happy with that one. And it's Hakimi. That's tidy. That pass has been well intercepted. Now it's Cruyff. Now has he got the beating of his marker here?
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed.
Chance for a shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that, because they just don't give up on anything.
BOTAFOGO have fired themselves in front.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
De Bruyne has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Goes for goal! That's a half-decent try.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Cruyff. And a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Lovely. He's had a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
De Bruyne.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
That's a corner kick. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not the most accurate pass. It's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Serginho. Oh, that's fabulous. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Pass somewhat off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Great effort, but no way through. Pirlo, the regular corner taker. That's an excellent interception. BOTAFOGO have their third corner. Pirlo plays it short. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So their fourth corner of the game.
El dorsal 24, el dorsal 19, Van Nistelrooy. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 7, Neymar, el dorsal 9.
Zanet Puskas! And that has put paid to that. Ekitike. And it's Camavinga. Oh, delightful ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
BOTAFOGO leading 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And here's Neymar. Now, can they get him away? Puskas can see things others simply cannot. He is through here! And that is expertly dealt with. Camavinga. De Bruyne. Messi. No way through there. Puskas.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Looking to play him in. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cruyff takes control of it and he's on the move. Crosses it in. And he's there to clear it. Hakimi makes the interception. He's gone for goal!
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They're up to 5 corners now. And it's been taken short. And here's Pirlo. And the cross comes in. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Pelé. That's really well manoeuvred. Messi. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Great chance here from position A1.
Well, he has great set-piece prowess. I think you know what's coming, but stopping it, another matter.
Pirlo! They want to be quick to recover this. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Pirlo moves short. And now they can spring out of defence. Hakimi. Out for a throw. Hakimi. Serginho. And it's Neymar. Great defending, strong and determined. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
BOTAFOGO couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Hakimi. Van Dijk. It's Camavinga. And it's Hakimi. Just about up to 75 minutes. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Barcelona have their second corner now. And that has been cleared.
Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now that's well seen too. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Camavinga. And it's Serginho. Messi. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Barcelona really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
And he's away. Pelé unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that is out of play. BOTAFOGO still ahead by the game's only goal. He's picked his way through. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Look at the space here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Out of play for a throw. Puskas.
Un minuto de descuento.
Pirlo. Pirlo! He's been bundled over. That is a foul. So a chance here. What can they make of it?
Well, we're looking at somewhere in the region of 25 to 30 yards. That won't intimidate this guy.
Crossbar comes to the rescue. Decent hit from there.
Oh, and the keeper didn't have that coverage, you know. He can start breathing again now, I think.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Pelé claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in.
Pele! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. Just eases him off the ball. Haaland. De Jong. De Jong going face-to-face with his great rival. Great vision. Roberto Carlos attempts a clearance. Has a look and plays it forward.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Decent chance! Goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
He's had a shot! Haaland! That is brilliant! A finish of true class! Not one, but two. It is a dream start. How smart was that? Such a delicate finish.
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Pirlo.
BOTAFOGO really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Messi.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Pele couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Roberto Carlos. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. Oh, that's well spotted. Can he get it through? Roberto Carlos. Koeman. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. And it's Ødegaard. Ødegaard. Beckenbauer. Bellingham. Pirlo. Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? Good, just the goalkeeper to beat. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Now it's Lewandowski. Hazard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Pirlo. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti drives forward on the overlap. Thinks about the shot. And Puskás! He scores! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
and you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it.
And he's had a hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Ødegaard with the short one. Oh, that's nice. Messi. And this is Lewandowski. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Rijkaard. Look at the space here. Lewandowski! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Lewandowski, just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
Ødegaard. That has been cut short. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Threads one in. And this is Cruyff. Crosses it in. Terrific header. Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
And now they can clear their lines.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
De Jong, and they can counter here. Koeman. Now it's Puskas. Not the most accurate pass. And there is the half-time whistle. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And the game has already resumed here.
BOTAFOGO can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Upamecano does well to stand firm and defend it. There they go, hunting in packs. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Pelé. That's an imaginative pass. Upamecano. Hazard. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Oh, it's a great shot at goal! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! Really well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
That's a little off target. Well read, nice interception. That pass has been well intercepted. Pirlo puts his foot on the gas. Can he get on the end of this? It's Pelé! Now, who's going to be first to this? Ødegaard. And it's Messi. Haaland. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bellingham. Cruyff. Into the channel. Messi cuts it out. Takes the shot! Missed by a fraction. All the way back. Saliba, not the most convincing of passes. Haaland. Oh no, that was never going to make it. And the ball's gone astray. He's had it taken off him. Ødegaard, looking understandably energised after his goal. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Haaland. Bellingham.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Just a quarter of an hour to play. Pinches it off him. And it's Messi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a promising position, and this is Pele! He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big, big chance now from 12 yards. Dealing with the pressure. Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Haaland. Hazard. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Played back. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Rijkaard. Hazard. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And the shot! He has done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
It's run loose, who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught napping! And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Tries to pass it through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That's a dangerous ball. And the shot! Oh, it's in! And that may just do it! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent was...
So that's it. It is all over. BOTAFOGO can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area, but the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. There's a player on this pitch who shines above the rest, and we're talking defence.
And that is?
Well, it's got to be Paolo Maldini.
Who's arguing?
Yeah, and he's a living, breathing symbol of leadership, loyalty and devotion to his craft. What a player.
Cross needs to be good. That's going to go a long way. Mohamed Salah aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And that is as far as they're going to go. Vieira. And it's Nedved. And this is Luis Suarez. Mohamed Salah! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Beckenbauer, challenged just a bit on the firm side. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And here's Mohamed Salah. Gets a good foot in there. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Cleared without hesitation. Puskás plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. BOTAFOGO are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Beckenbauer.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
For the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. That's a lovely, neat pass. And he's only too happy to take that back. No, that's been intercepted. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Luis Suarez, and he shoots! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Serginho. Rijkaard. And it's Zanetti. Koeman. Looking for the run. Roberto Carlos. And Serginho. And here's Suarez. It's net! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's a pretty loose pass. Calafiori. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. Ball swung in. And the Sar claims it without any fuss. Beckenbauer gets across to intercept that. Zanetti. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Beckenbauer. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He has found the way through. Beckenbauer. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Luis Suarez! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And it's Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? Roberto Carlos. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Pelé. Beckenbauer. Nedved. Oh, nicely intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers just about within shooting range. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Beckenbauer kept his eye on it. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. There's the start of the second half.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Zanetti. Puskás providing an outlet on that flank. He's found a way through. Nedved. Vieira. Mohamed Salah, very much a man of this moment.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Serginho. Pass somewhat off target. Nedved. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's really well manoeuvred. Zanetti. Now they continue each to cancel the other out. That's a throw. Now that's well seen too. Davids is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Beckenbauer. Zanetti. Almost an hour gone. Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Davids did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Maldini. Now it's Cruyff. Foot in. Pepe. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's a little off target. Pirlo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now it's Luis Suarez, and he's being shifted off it. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Knocks it into space. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Koeman kept aware, and it is reclaimed. And the finish! Puskás. He is through here. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Nesta. And they've got rid. And he cuts out the supply.
Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
He's shifting through the gears here. Chance, surely! Oh, taken with style. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time.
Oh, shooting chance!
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now is this the final assault? Mohamed Salah takes a shot! He has done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Camisa 9. Substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 9.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find the winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
And the shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Massaro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And it's been taken short. Looking to go deep. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities, and neither willing to give in.